A very good morning, dear students. In carbon compounds, we have finished up to hydrocarbons, saturated and unsaturated. So let us proceed further with the next part of the lesson, that is straight chains, branch chains and rings of the carbon atoms. Okay, so these words have come across before also when I had taught you about one of the property of carbon, that is catenation. In that I have mentioned to you that there are chains called as open chains and closed chains. And in open chains there are straight chain as well as branch chains. Since they are open, they are called as open chain. And when the rings, when the carbon forms a closed structure, it is also called as a ring structure. So let us see now the different types of chains, that is straight chains, branch chains and ring chains of the carbon atoms. So let us begin with few examples here. So here you can see this is the methane molecule of carbon compound. So CH4, correct? Then we can see here this is ethane with 2 carbon atoms. And here you can see 3 carbon atoms, which is called as the propane. Now from all these, if you see the structural formula of methane, ethane and propane, we find that the carbon, whether it is a single or more number of carbon, are bonded to each other, okay, bonded to each other, lie in the center or core of the molecule, okay, they are lying in the center or core of the molecule, whereas the hydrogen atoms, you can see, which are bonded to each of these carbons, okay, they lie on the periphery. Okay, carbon lies in the center or core of the molecule, whereas the hydrogen atoms lie on the periphery, which are bonded to each of these carbons. Okay, so which means that carbon which are bonded to each other forms like a carbon skeleton. Okay, so they form the carbon skeleton, and this carbon skeleton only determines the shape of the molecule of a carbon compound. What will be the shape of the molecule of a particular carbon compound? Depending upon how the carbon skeleton is present. Remember this, dear students. So let us now try to write from the straight chains, okay, of carbon. If you see, they are in a straight manner. Therefore, these type of chains of carbon are called as straight chains. So let's try to write down now the straight chains of the carbon. Try to find out the structural formula, right? Try to design its structural formula, and from that only we will find out what will be its molecular formula. So let me take some few first 4 carbon chains, okay, that is up to bute. Bute, you know now, prefix you have learnt. Meth 1, 2, eth 3, prop 4, bute 5, pent 6 hex and all those things. Okay, so you have learned this previous. So let us find out the molecular formulas at least up to butane. Fine. Okay, for that we will write now first the straight chain of the carbon, the first column, like how it is given on page number 160, the table number 9.12, wherein straight chain hydrocarbons are drawn, and from that we will try to write down the structural formula and molecular formula. So let's write now straight chains of carbon. Straight chains of carbon atoms, okay, straight chains of carbon atoms. Then we are going to write down the structural formula by satisfying the tetravalency of the carbon. Okay, we are going to write down the structural formula by satisfying the tetravalency of the carbon. Then from this we will be able to know what will be its molecular formula, and of course in the last column the name of it is given. Okay, but I will tell you how the name also can be written very easily. Okay, so here we will write now all the different carbon chains with first one, that is already given in your textbook, that is of the methane, which has only 1 carbon. Okay, so it has only 1 carbon. Okay, so with it, what it will form? It will form a structural formula by satisfying its valency. We can get, it has 4 valency, that means we will have to write 4 bonds here like this. Okay, and then on the periphery we just have to go on adding hydrogens like this. Okay, so the molecular formula becomes C Okay, how many H are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So it becomes CH4. And with one carbon, okay, the prefix is meth and suffix is ANE, methane. Okay, because it's a saturated hydrocarbon, since there is only single bond here, single bonds are there, therefore you will have the suffix as ANE. Yesterday you have learned about it, about the saturated hydrocarbons, that is alkanes. They are having the suffix ANE. So the first carbon atom will be methane. Let's write the second, third, fourth, okay, and later on you can complete it as your homework for you up to decade. Okay, that is the carbon molecule or carbon compound having 10 carbon atoms. So let's see now the second one, that is CC. Okay, carbon straight chain will be CC. So I'll write here CC. I'll just write it a little down here. Okay, it will be C and C we will first write. Now we will try to satisfy its tetravalency. 1, 2, 3, 4. For this carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we can fill the hydrogens here. Here also one hydrogen, 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 hydrogen. Now let's write its molecular formula. C, we can see 2 C's here. So you will write here C2. You will remember that you will always write it as a subscript, down, not up or not here. Then it will be wrong. Always remember these numbers of the carbon or maybe hydrogen. You will write it below here as a subscript. Fine. So C2 are there. How many hydrogens are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So the molecular formula of ethane, okay, with 2 carbon atoms, now the name is ethane, is C2H6. Fine. Let's see now the third one, okay, that is 3 carbon chains, 1, 2 and 3. I'll write here little small C, 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 satisfy the valency, tetravalency of each of the carbon. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 for each of the carbons. Now just fill up the hydrogen H, 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 H. Let's see now what will be its molecular formula here. So 1, 2, 3, so C3 for this, and how many hydrogens are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hydrogens are there. So the formula of propane becomes C3H8, and like that you can go on writing up to the last one for you to learn, that is decade. Okay, so isn't it easy, dear students? It's very easy. You just have to draw first the straight chain or the carbon skeleton. Second step is to write the satisfying the tetravalency. Once you satisfy the tetravalency, then you will get its molecular formula. You will get its structural formula by just after satisfying the valency, you just have to go on adding these hydrogens on the periphery of the carbon skeleton, and then you get a molecular formula. And according to the number of carbon atoms, I have already told you what are the prefixes and what will be the suffix according to whether it is a saturated and unsaturated, and within unsaturated whether it is an alkene if it has double bond, and triple bond then it will be alkyne. So this is regarding the straight chains of the carbon atoms, okay, and the structural formula, molecular formula. Now let us proceed with the next part of the lesson, that is we have to learn even what is called as branch chains, how they can form branch chain. For that we will take an example of butane. Okay, so let's study the structure of the butane, different structures of the butane, straight chain as well as the branch chain. Okay students. Now let's pay more attention to the carbon chain in the case of butane. Okay, so carbon chain in the butane will be like this: C1, 2, 3, 4. Since butane is 4 carbon atom, carbon molecule. Okay, now here this can be the chain, straight chain of the carbon in butane. So this chain can be written in yet another way. This way, you can imagine that we can draw it this way also, correct? So you can see there are 4 carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4, correct? But here I have written it in the form of a chain. But in this case I have made another chain, and this chain can be also called as something called as branch chain. So let's see now whether after having a straight chain and branch chain, whether the structural formula changes and molecular formula changes or not. Okay, the molecular formula of butane is C4H10. Okay, C4H10. So these are two different types of chains which we can draw for butane. Let's see what will be the structural formula and what will be the molecular formula. So let's try to draw with a straight chain whether we are getting C4H10 or not. So let's do it. So 1, 2, carbon straight chain you draw first. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 is a straight chain now. Now satisfy its tetravalency like this. Okay, and now fill with the periphery with hydrogen. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. That means the molecule of C4H10 is correct. So this is the straight chain what we have got. Now let's see with the branch chain we are getting the same molecular formula or not. Okay, so let's see now 1, 2 and 3 and one more carbon here. Okay, so if you see just twisted this way. Now let's try to satisfy its tetravalency. Okay, for this carbon 1, 2, 3, 4. For this carbon 1, 2, 3 and 4. For this carbon 1, 2, 3, 4 and for this carbon 1, 2, 3, 4. Correct? Now what we are getting, we just have to fill the hydrogens along the periphery. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Now if you could see over here in these two cases, both are butanes. Correct? So this is a straight chain butane is also called as N-butane and this is called as isobutane. That means structure if you see has changed. Structural formula has changed. This is a straight chain structural formula and this is branch chain structural formula. But do you think so the molecular formula has changed? No. Here if you see, in both the cases the molecular formula is same, that is C4H10. So that means here the molecular formula has remained the same but structural formula has changed. And when this type of property is there in the case of carbon, this is also called as structural isomerism. This is also called as structural isomerism, in which the carbon compounds have the same molecular formula but different structural formula. Okay, so this phenomena is also called as isomerism or structural isomerism. It's because their structure is changing. It is also called as structural isomerism. So because of this property of the carbon, you can imagine the number of carbon compounds which are formed due to branching of the straight chain itself. Correct? No? So different number of compounds can be formed due to structural isomerism. And because the structure is changing, even the chemical properties of the carbon compounds will also change. So you can imagine the number of carbon compounds which are formed here. Okay, fine. So this is regarding now the straight chain and we have also learned now the branch chain. Now carbon can even form closed chains. Okay, certain carbon compounds can even form closed chains or also called as the ring structures. So now let us try to learn about the closed chains or ring chains. Carbon can form closed chains also, but few of them. So let's see which one of them. Can a single carbon form a ring? Okay, single carbon can form ring? No. Can two carbons form a ring? Okay, see 1, 2. Can it form a ring like this? Okay, no, it cannot form. Correct? So from where it forms the ring? Which carbon atom it forms the ring? It can form the rings, closed rings from 3 carbons. Like how we can draw over here. C, and you can draw a C like this. So you can get a closed structure in this manner. And you can see now this is called as a closed structure because it is not opening anywhere. That is why it is called as a closed ring or it is called as a ring structure. And then you just have to fill the skeleton carbon skeleton with the hydrogen atoms on the periphery. So how we can do that? It's just, so this will be called as a ring structure, and structural formula, the closed ring will be this way, okay, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4 for this carbon. For this carbon it's 1, 2, 3, 4. For this carbon also 1, 2, 3 and 4, and then just fill the hydrogens like this, okay. So this is called as, this is, since there are 3 carbon atoms, it is called as propane, and since it forms a ring structure, cyclic structure, it is also called as cyclopropane. This is called as cyclopropane. So let's see with other atoms also of the carbon, other molecules of also which can form. So even butane can form cyclobutane. So just have to fill the tetravalency. Then we can have pentane like this, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, so here you have to draw like this carbon here, and this will form now pentane, cyclopentane, and we can have even cyclohexane like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So you can see that this is the cyclohexane ring structure. Now if you want, in your textbook cyclohexane is given, but you can see you can have from cyclopropane, cyclobutane. This is the ring structure. It is not a structural formula. These are the ring structures. Structural formula, this is the structural formula of cyclopropane. This is the ring structure of butane, ring structure of pentane, and ring structure of hexane. When it will be called as a structural formula, once we satisfy the tetravalency of the carbon and writing the hydrogen atoms on the periphery. So like for example, we will take now the ring structure which is given in your textbook as this is a cyclic ring of the hexane, okay. So we will make it now cyclohexane. How cyclohexane we can make it? You need to write down the hydrogen atoms according to the valency of the carbon. So 1, 2, 3, 4 here. So H. For this carbon 1, 2, 3 and one more 4. H. For this carbon 1, 2, 3, 4. For this carbon 1, 2, 3, 4. H. For this carbon 1, 2, 3, 4. H. For this carbon 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the structure of something called as cyclohexane. Okay. So now you can see that carbon compounds can have a straight chain, they can have a branch chain, they can even have cyclic or ring structures. Okay, fine. That means carbon is, very versatile. You can see what different types depending upon the structures, okay, whether it is branched, straight chain or a closed chain, they can have so many different structures. Now all types of carbon compounds, whether it is a straight chain, branch chain or a closed chain, they can be saturated as well as unsaturated. Means what? They can be a single bonded carbon compound, that is saturated, and double or triple bond, that is unsaturated. Let us learn now about the saturated and unsaturated types in straight chain, branch chain and closed chain by taking few examples, and it is given on your table 9.15, that is various types of hydrocarbons. Now let's learn about, you have learned that there are straight chain, branch chains and rings of the carbon atoms, that is cyclic hydrocarbons. Whether we can draw saturated as well as unsaturated hydrocarbons by have taken different examples. Now here in your textbook, propane is given, butane and of the hexane or pentane is given. So let's start with the first one, that is straight chain hydrocarbon, by taking propane. Okay, butane we have already learned about butane. Let's take now propane. Okay, propane molecular formula is C3, okay, H8, C3H8. C3H8. Now first always remember, whenever molecular formula is given and you have to draw the structure, then always remember first you have to draw the carbon chain. Okay, so first let us draw the straight chain of carbon, that is 1, 2 and 3 carbons are there, C3H8, so 3 carbon, 1, 2, 3. Now fill the tetravalency, okay, satisfy the tetravalency and then fill your hydrogen atoms everywhere. So this is now your propane structure. This is your propane structure. Now we have to see unsaturated hydrocarbons with the prop as the prefix. So unsaturated type, that we will have double bond and we will have triple bond. Let's see now with both, that is double bond and triple bond. So we can get propene and propyne. Okay, so propane formula, propane is C3H8, propane formula, propane is C3H6. Okay, C3H6. Let's try to draw first the carbon chain, straight chain, that is 1, 2, 3. First draw with the single bond only. Then what you have to do is that, remember double bond or triple bond can be written on the first carbon atom or the last carbon atom. Okay, remember this whenever you have to draw certain structure with the double or the triple bond, it can be written on the first bond or the last bond, not on all the first bond or the first carbon or second last carbon, not in between. Okay, fine. So now here I write on the first one, that is here. So now you can see that double bond I have written, that means it will have ENE as the suffix, propene. Okay, the formula, the name will be propane. Let's try to satisfy the valency of propane, that is 1, 2 is already there on the first carbon. So 3 and 4. Okay, then for this carbon already 3 are there, 1, 2, 3. That means only one you have to draw here. Fine. And for this carbon only 1 is there. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. So let's see whether we are getting 6 hydrogens or not here. So 1, okay, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So this is called as propane, which is an unsaturated straight chain hydrocarbon. Let's see now with the triple bond. Again triple bond, we have propyne, that is C3H4. Okay, C3H4 is also called as propyne. Let's try to draw the structure. First draw carbon skeleton like this with single bonds first. And as I mentioned to you, you can write the double bond on the first or the last carbon. Okay, so here I will write a 1, 2 and 3 on the first carbon. Now let's try to satisfy the valency of carbon. So for this first, it is already 1, 2, 3. So that means only one we have to write as the fourth one. For this second carbon, we have already 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So that means no extra bond will come here. Fine. And for this carbon, only one is there. That means 3 more are required. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try to fill on the periphery the hydrogen. The 1, okay, there is no hydrogen here. 2, 3 and 4. Therefore, you can see the formula, molecular formula C3H4 has been satisfied. So this is straight chain unsaturated hydrocarbon with the example propane. Okay, propane. You can take even other butane, whatever you want. You can try this easily. Next is the branching, and with branching we have already learned about the isobutane. Okay, so let's take isobutane and then take the unsaturated, try to draw its unsaturated structure also. Fine. So branching, the molecular formula of butane is C4H10, and you have already learned now branching of butane, that is also called as isobutane. Okay, so now you can see the ring structure, branch ring structure. Sorry, not ring structure, branch chain structure. Now satisfy the valency 1, 2, 3, 4 for this carbon, 1, 2, 3 and 4 here. For this carbon 1, 2, 3, 4 and for this carbon 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so H, 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 here H, here H and H. Now check whether it is C4H10. C4, yes, 1, 2, 3, 4. Carbon hydrogens should be 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and here one more 10. Okay, so this is the structure of isobutane, which is a saturated hydrocarbon with a single bond. Now let us study now with a double bond. So isobutylene. Okay, isobutylene will be drawing here, and the molecular formula formula is C4H8. Okay, C4H8 is the molecular formula. Let's see now what we can do. First, to draw as it is, be like this. Fine, this way, this with a single bond, the branched chain structure first, and then you put the double bond here on this carbon. Fine. Now here you can put either here, anywhere you want to write. There is no problem. So here, since it is isobutylene, I am putting it here on this carbon double bond. Fine. Now just satisfy the valency. Okay. 1, 2 for this carbon, 3, 4 for this carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4 already there. So no need to write another bond here. Okay. For this carbon it is 1, 2, 3 and 4. For this carbon now 2 are there already. That means 3 and 4 you can write this way. Okay, fine. Now just write down the hydrogen. 1, 2, 3. Okay, here already 4. So here 1, 2, 3 and this we have already written. Now let's count the number of hydrogen whether it is coming 8 or not. Here it is C4. That will 1, 2, 3 and 4 carbons are there. Let's count now hydrogen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Correct? So this is now unsaturated branched chain hydrocarbon. Let's see now about the cyclic hydrocarbon. Cyclic hydrocarbon, as I mentioned to you, can have propane, you can have butane, cyclobutane, cyclopropane, cyclopentane, hexane and so on. In your table, it is in your textbook table, it is given regarding a pentane and hexane. So we will take one example, that is hexane, and then we will draw because the space is very less. So I will not be able to draw here two structures. So I will draw only one here, that is cyclohexane, which I have already shown you before also. So let me draw here 1, 2. First draw the closed ring structure. 1, okay, to here. 1, 2, 3 are over, then 4 are over, 5, and then finally 6. So this is the cyclic ring structure of the hexane. Now you just have to make it a structural formula by just adding, satisfying first its tetravalency. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So H, 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 and H. Let's count now how many H are there. 1 from here, okay, remember here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So here we are having the structure of cyclohexane whose molecular formula is C6 and H12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carbons, okay, and 12 hydrogen. So this is regarding the saturated, that is the single bond cyclohexane. Now let's draw about the cyclohexene. Okay, as I mentioned to you, you can draw a double bond on the first carbon atom. Now here we cannot decide which is the first carbon atom. So you can have this as the first carbon atom here. So we will try to draw first the ring. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, then 4, 5, 6, like this. Okay. Now since it is unsaturated, I have to draw a double bond. So I draw the double bond here. Fine. So here now just feel the hydrogens here. 1, 2, 3 already there. So only one will come here. Fourth one, so H will come here. For this carbon already 3 are there. 1, 2, 3. So only one will come here. Fine. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4 already there. Then for this carbon 1, 2, 3, 4. For this carbon 1, 2, 3, 4. And for this carbon 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's write now the hydrogens. So altogether if you could see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Okay. So what we are getting the structure, ring structure, closed ring structure which is cyclic and that too it is unsaturated with a double bond. We are getting the formula, molecular formula is C6H10. Now this compound is called as cyclohexene. This is called as cyclohexene. hexene, E-N-E. Why? Because it has a double bond. Whereas this is a single bond, so it is called as cyclohexane. It is called as cyclohexane. Fine. Now, another compound which you have to study is, just have to place what? The double bonds every alternate carbon. Okay. Let's try that also. So here I am drawing 1, 2, 3, 4, like this. Fine. You have drawn now the ring structure with a single bond. Now what you have to do is that I told you every alternate carbon you will have to draw what? Double bond. Okay. So here this is 1. Here leave this, draw here, leave this, draw here. Now you can see that there is a beautiful structure which has formed. Now just have to satisfy the valency and even write the hydrogen. So let's see while writing hydrogen how many it comes here. 1, 2, 3, 4 here. Then 1, 2, 3, 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4 here. Then 1, 2, 3, 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4 here. And 1, 2, 3, 4 here. Okay. So let's write now H, 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 H. Now what will be the formula? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carbon. So C6. Okay. And how many hydrogens are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Even hydrogens are also 6. Now such a structure wherein the formula is C6H6 is also called as benzene. It is also called as benzene. So this is one of the compound which comes in aromatic compound. Aromatic compounds means you are going to learn only this much. Aromatic compound which gives a nice aroma or nice fragrance. That is why it is called as aromatic compound. And here you can see the structure is just changed just because the number of double bonds have increased here. Every alternate carbon atom, if you could see, the number of double bonds have changed. And therefore, though the structure looks similar, just because here only one double bond is there, here 3 double bonds are there. Their chemical properties changes, and even the name also has changed. The name of this is called as cyclohexene. Okay, this is called cyclohexene, whereas this is called as benzene. It is called as benzene. B-E-N-Z-E-N-E. Okay, benzene. So this is regarding the types of saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbons in straight chain hydrocarbon, branch chain and cyclic hydrocarbon. So next time you are going to learn about the functional groups in the carbon compound. So till then students, bye and thank you.